Alright, so this vlog I'm going to try and make short, because I know my golden submarine was 27 minutes long. Okay, so last night something really cool happened. Last night, me and Time Chaser were on Anime Pulse, or we recorded an Anime Pulse episode. The experience was, it was strange, okay? So, like, we were supposed to start at 6, and I think we're all thinking, like, oh, this'll take, like, an hour, 2 hours, and I was thinking, we'll be done by 8, no problem. What ended up happening was, we went on until the Skype conversation didn't end until about 10:30 for me. Show recording went from about 7 to about 10 o'clock, I want to say. Something like that. It went for a really long time. The first part was actually just me and TC and Ichigo talking to each other and kind of like randomly saying stuff. I know we were complaining about cold weather and telling stories about cold weather a lot. And then we went through this like compilation of questions that I had put together, or gathered from the people and then put into documents and spread them out. And then we had the actual show. All three of us had technical problems throughout the recording. I was the first. Oh wait, no. TC was the first one. It was funny, okay? I'm sorry, it was funny. TC was first with an issue, and then I had an issue, and then Ichigo had 2 issues, and so, like, we all balanced out, and it was fine. And it was really scary, I think, to do it. Because, like, for me, it was a weird thing. It was a weird kind of disconnect, because I had listened to the Otaku podcast for 4 years, ever since it started, which is almost 5 years, actually. 5 years in April. I've been listening to it since the very beginning. And Ichigo has a really distinctive voice. And, like, finally being to that point where, I'm talking to him is weird. Because, he sounds like that all the time. That's not some special announcer voice or anything, like, he always talks like that. And to be hearing the voice and speaking to it and having it respond to me was kind of strange, because I wasn't really used to that, or expecting it. I was expecting it, but I wasn't used to it, you know? So that was kind of weird, but also very funny. But like me and TC have been preparing for this for about a month, right? That's about a month ago. We were watching Allison and Lilia, and then about 2 weeks ago, when December finally hit, we were like, oh god, podcast, and when's that gonna happen? And once I finally got off on a winter break, I was like, oh my god, it's approaching faster! And, yesterday was a killer. And, 4 o'clock, BBC America showing Doctor Who. Freaking out, 4 o'clock. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. 5 o'clock, I ate dinner. I'm like eating dinner, but not really hungry. I was like, oh my... It was like a weird taco casserole I had with tortilla. Oh my god, oh my god. And then I made coffee, which probably was not a good idea, because I was also kind of really hyper, and then I had to go to the bathroom. But like, I sat down here, I was bundled, I had 3 layers for my feet on, I had this on, or a different jacket. I was prepared to sit here for a while. I had a blanket on at one point, and then my cheeks were burning, and I was like, oh my god, I must be really just like really flustered, and so there is so much I could talk about, but just I won't. The pre-show stuff I already talked to you about. And the actual show stuff was I felt like we were quiet a lot. I felt like I was quiet a lot, you know? And, I had microphone issues the first, like, 20 minutes or so, and so I actually didn't realize that until Ichigo told me that there was, like, something weird. I was like, ah, crap, and I had screwed up some sort of input with the laptop versus the input, an actual microphone I had, and it was, So, there was that, and I felt like, oh god, I'm not saying anything, or we're not saying anything, like, Ichigo's doing all the talking, but, and then I felt like I'm not really contributing to conversation. The typical freakouts you're gonna have because you're not used to this, or it's just not your element. You know, I have no problems talking. I'm really good with that. But in this format where you need to have knowledge on things, kind of freak out. Even though the questions were all about ourselves, basically, or this is what we thought about things. So then we did our review, and I felt like TC did a lot of talking, but I contributed, and I kind of felt like the dead weight, really. And I know I'm not, like, I know it wasn't, it's just kind of how you perceive things, but I'm like, I felt like that's how it was, and I felt really bad. And then we did this discussion on what I have dubbed that damn Tokyo Youth Bill thing. That lasted a long time. And then Ichigo did a review of Detroit Metal City, which I think by that point, maybe because it was Ichigo doing it, but I finally loosened up and I was really able to talk. I had a good time with that part. It also killed my voice. Because I screamed a little bit, and, and then afterwards I was like, oh my god, my throat. But we kind of kept it turned out really long, like Lord of the Rings long. And Ichigo's just like, this is really long. It's killing my computer. And we're just like, oh, sorry. And he's like, no, it's fine. And we kind of joking, we're just like, if you ever need us again, if you want a really long show, ask us. Because apparently we can just talk and 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 talk. Okay. I bet you that the 20 discussion questions we answered probably didn't help that situation. So, okay. And then the after talk. I was surprised. Like, when the thing ended, I was expecting each of you to be like, okay, yeah, upload it. I gotta go get lunch. See you guys. But no, we stuck around for like about another half hour or so, and talking. Me and TC are like watching TV. Like, oh, hey, Good Eats is on, yay! And, just kind of, stuff like that. And then I was like, my cheeks were still really burning, and I finally said, I'm like, oh my god, my face is so red. And they're like, what? What's wrong? Something's wrong? And I'm like, no, I'm like, I just get this way. This is a very arson, murder, and jaywalking kind of situation, where I'm like, I get this way when I'm either really excited or nervous, or I'm really flustered about something, or if I'm around or thinking about a guy I like. And Ichigo just goes, well, Katana, I'm sorry, but I'm a married man. And it's like, it's not because of you, Ichigo. More silence. Oh. I see. It went on longer than that, but I don't feel like saying it again. But regardless, it was just one of those really funny, and random things. As it turns out, I had and have a fever. My body is currently feverish against something in my body, and I don't know what, because I haven't really been sick, but I've had this before where I get fevers, and I don't get fevers when I'm actually sick. Like, I've had the stomach flu, I've had horrible colds, I've had, bad things. Never get the flu. Ever. Never ever get the flu. So, like, I'm sorry, I never get a fever. So, like, when the nurse would take your temperature, you don't have a fever, well, that doesn't mean anything. I don't get fevers. Except now. And of course, I didn't tell my parents. And so my dad and I went out today and, like, did some shopping, and I'm, like, burning. I'm like, oh. But, oh, that's why I have a fever. Up yours, Ichigo. But that show should be posted, I believe, January 2nd. And trust me, I will start screaming when it's posted. And, hopefully, it was a really good time, and Ichigo, if you're watching this, you probably aren't, because you're busy, but honestly, it was a good time, and I'm very grateful, and it was a lot of fun, and I'm thinking that if we did it more, we'd get more natural at it, so I would love to do it again. It was a lot of fun, and then maybe do it like normally, like read news and stuff like that. I already have a couple series I could review, for God's sake, which is kind of special. It was tons of fun. And it was actually, for trip blank people, it was really clean. We hardly swore or anything. Which blows my mind. But, you should expect that in less than 2 weeks. January 2nd, that's not right. Or is it? Oh, I guess Sunday dating or Monday dating, whatever. January 2nd or 3rd, that kind of thing. That's when it'll be posted. I will start screaming furiously and post about it, and I think it's going to be cross-posted to the Otaku, and it's going to be like a 2-hour show, no joke. But it's a lot of fun, and I hope we don't sound too bad, despite all the technical and personal issues, and I hope you guys, when you guys have to listen to it, I hope you enjoy it, and Ichigo, I hope you invite us back again, because it was a blast. Thanks.